In that dark moment when my life was torn apart, one thought consumed my mind. Who took away the most precious thing from me? Amid waves of grief and despair, I embarked on a long journey to uncover the truth behind my daughter's murder. It is a tale of patience, courage, and endurance in the face of the forces of darkness and corruption. The day that changed my life forever was ordinary. My daughter smiled as she always did, optimistic, full of dreams. Little did I know it would be the last time I would see her alive. That night, I received a call that broke my heart. They told me she was no longer with us. She was found murdered under mysterious circumstances. The police seemed helpless initially, their investigation slow and riddled with gaps. I felt that justice would not be served. I decided not to stand idly by and began investigating myself. I spoke to everyone who knew her, tracked down any small piece of information that could lead to her killer. What I discovered was far larger than I imagined. The killer was not just an ordinary criminal. There were hidden networks and horrifying secrets. I found that my daughter's death was part of a much larger crime, a case involving corruption and manipulation within the community. Forces tried to silence me, but I was determined to seek justice, no matter the cost. This story is not only about losing my daughter, but about the hope that never faded in my heart and the fight for justice in a world full of injustice. I will tell you every step, every moment of confrontation with the killer who stole her life. After months of relentless pursuit and growing frustration, I realized that the system might not be on my side. There was a wall of silence around the crime. Some people I spoke to avoided details, and others disappeared without warning. I began to feel I was standing against forces much bigger than I imagined. But every time fear set in, I remembered my daughter's smile and the joy her voice brought to our home, and that kept me going. I delved deeper into local and community networks and unearthed some evidence, leading me to influential individuals aware of what had happened but chose to remain silent. These people were involved in illegal activities, including drug trafficking and human smuggling. Suddenly, it wasn't just about my daughter, but part of a broader web of crimes occurring in the shadows. One piece of evidence led me to an abandoned place on the city's outskirts, where I was told my daughter's killer might be hiding. I went there cautiously, aware of the danger. At that point, I had no choice. I needed to confront this person myself. Upon arrival, it felt like I was being watched. The place was hauntingly deserted and dark, yet my determination remained unshaken. My investigation began attracting media attention. The story took on greater dimensions, and journalists gathered to cover the event. This exposure shone a light on the case, forcing the authorities to reopen the investigation seriously. With media pressure and the information I gathered, the police started to act more vigorously. Ultimately, the person directly involved in my daughter's murder was captured, but the truth was larger than just one individual. We discovered he was working for a larger group controlling substantial parts of the local community. The person captured was merely a pawn in a dirty game, and much work still lay ahead. Finding my daughter's killer wasn't the end of the story. It was the beginning of a new journey towards unveiling the corruption seeping into our society. This experience taught me that justice is not something easily attained, but it is worth every moment of struggle.